Okay, so in this video, we are going to start Unit 2. We are going to look at Task 11, parallel line properties. Now, these problems are not in the packet, and I have the PowerPoint of them posted under Packet and Notes. So if you want to pause and open it up or print it first so that you have it to reference, you can. So the first thing is we're going to talk about is a transversal. So a transversal is a line that intersects two coplanar lines at two distinct points. So if we look at lead lines K and M, and usually we'll refer to them as being parallel, but they don't have to be. And those are my two coplanar lines. And this line L intersects these two lines at two distinct points, at this point here and this point here. So line L is my transversal. And what we're going to do is when that happens, it creates these different, they're called angle pairs. And so when we do these angle pairs, what we're doing is we're comparing these like top four angles here with these bottom four angles here and looking at the relationship between those angles. So we have done a few angle pairs. We talked about vertical angles, which is formed by intersecting lines, so like 1 and 5 and 4 and 2, and we'll be using those still. And we have talked about like the 1 and 4, those supplementary angles that form a line, and that's another angle pair, like 1 and 2, 2 and 5, 4 and 5. So we've talked about some angle pairs, but now these angle pairs are comparing angles on two different lines. Okay, so there's four angle pairs that are created by these lines. The first one is called alternate interior angles, and the name really says what they are. So if you like break down the name, you may be able to figure out what the angles are. So alternate interior are angles that are on opposite sides or alternate sides of the transversal, and they're inside the coplanar lines. So again, K and M are my coplanar lines. L is my transversal. I am comparing like the top four angles to these bottom four, and I'm looking at the angles that are inside the coplanar line. So between those two lines. So the inside angles are 4, 5, 3, and 6. The outside, or known as exterior angles, are 1, 2, 7, and 8. They're outside these two lines. They're not in between them. Then we talk about if they're on the same side or opposite sides, or same side or alternate sides. So alternate sides means one is on the left side of the transversal and one is on the right side. Same side means they're either both on the left or both on the right. So for alternate interior angles, what we're looking at is interior. So if I pick 4, that's an interior. If I look at what is on the opposite side and also inside the other line, that would be 6. And so angle 4 and angle 6 are an example of alternate interior. And then the other interior ones would be 5, and alternate to that is 3. So angle 5 and angle 3. Okay, so that's our first type. Our second type is same side interior. They're also known as consecutive angles. So it's kind of the same idea. They're going to be inside the coplanar lines, but now they're going to be on the same side of transversal. So again, I have 4 inside, 4, 5, 3, and 6. If I look at 4 and I'm comparing it to these, what's on the same side and also inside that transversal, that would be 3. So angle 3 and angle 4 are same side interior. And then the other ones, if I look at 5, the other interior angle on K, the same side and also inside between those two lines would be 6. So it'd be angle 5 and angle 6. The third type is corresponding. Now, corresponding isn't as obvious with the name, but corresponding means that they're in the same location on the coplanar lines. So again, with these angle pairs, I'm comparing the angles on line K with the angles on line M. If I look at angle 1, it's on the top left of line K. And so when I look down here, I'm looking for that same location on line M. And so on the top left of line M is 3. And so angle 1 and angle 3 are one pair of corresponding. Okay, and I have a corresponding with each angle on K. So then we have 2. So 2 is on the top right. If I look at these 4 angles and I look at the top right, that would be 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are examples of corresponding. And then I'm going to look below K. So I have 4 and 5. If I look at 4, I want the left side and below, which would be 7. So angle 4 and angle 7. And then if I look at angle 5 and go below, then I have angle 5 and angle 8. Okay, and so those are all the corresponding. And then the last type is alternate exterior. Okay, so alternate exterior are kind of similar to interior. They're going to be on opposite sides of the transversal, but now they're outside the coplanar line. So the exterior ones again are 1, 2, 7, and 8. If I look at 1 and I'm going to compare it to 7, 8, well, 1 is on the left side of the transversal, 8 is on the right. So angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior. And then if I look at 2, well, what's alternate exterior with that? Well, that would be 7. Again, because it's on opposite sides of this line L, and they're outside the 2 coplanar lines. They're not in between them. Okay, so those are the angle pairs. I'll do a few more videos of examples with them, and we'll practice them in class as well.